The figure skating as a host nation hero faced hot competition.
Swedish athletes were pushing hard in cross-country sprint races.
And the semi-final lineup is settled in ice hockey. Welcome to the highlights from Gangwon 2024.
Four duos would compete for 3 medals in the pairs figure skating at Gangwon 2024. After the short programme on day 8, Canadians Annika Benke and Cole Sarve were in the lead.
Representing Australia, Peyton Bellamy-Martin's Christophe Prado.
First on the ice were the Australian pair, Peyton Bellamy-Martins and Christophe Prado. The youngest duo in the competition at 14 and 15 years old. They needed a good performance to have a chance at a medal and delivered a clean skate. The Australians pleased with their efforts, their coach happy too.
That was awesome. So good.
Next, Spain's Carolina Chamcampillo and Pau Vilella. At 15 and 17, the oldest team in the contest. Demonstrating some dramatic lift sequences, the Spanish pair were trying to guarantee themselves a medal. The judges put them into the lead.
Representing Canada, Annika Benke, Cole Sarve.
Annika Benke and Cole Sarve from Canada started the day in front after their performance in the short programme. Now for the biggest skate of their lives to try and guarantee a gold. A few nerves early on as Benke slipped. But the duo didn't let that stop them. An excellent triple salcho with both in perfect harmony would help their score. Coaches happy enough, and so were Benke and Sarve when they saw the score. The Canadians moved into a big lead. Only Kayla Smith and Jared McPike, who started the day second, could stop them. A good early twist gave them a chance, and they kept the routine clean and tidy. Smith was inspired to start skating after watching the Sochi 2014 Winter Olympics. A decade on, she'd surely be getting a Winter Youth Olympic medal, but what colour? The judges decided it was silver for the Americans. Smith and McPike finished almost 4 points ahead of the Spanish pair. The Canadian couple a long way ahead at the top of the leaderboard. So it was bronze for Carolina Chamcampillo and Pau Vilella. Kayla Smith and Jared McPike were smiling with a silver, while gold and the Youth Olympic title was won by Annika Benke and Cole Sarve. Canadian flags flying high at the Gangneung Ice Arena.
I knew we just had to skate like we can and how we have been skating, just trust our training.
We really just had to trust our training and skate how we've been skating at home.
I feel like we were very proud of our program. We executed all of our elements, and that's really what we were going for. And then we went out there and had a good time, which was really our main goal, not stressing about the whole program, just going out there and doing what we know how to do and enjoying ourselves in the huge arena.
There were bright, clear conditions at the Alpensia Biathlon Centre for the first of the cross-country competitions. Elsa Tenglander of Sweden, wearing bib number 1, had been tipped to do well. But she found herself trailing at the start of her semi-final race, following a strong start from Czechia's Katarina Dušková in red. Sprint, as the name suggests, is the shortest cross-country distance at the Winter Games. The fastest 2 across the line would progress to the final, together with the 2 fastest losers. Tenglander fought to the front and through to the finals, with Dušková of Czechia taking the second spot. The second semi-final was faster than the first. Tightly packed in the early stages, this was anyone's race. Nelly-Lotta Karpelin in blue made a break for the lead. Capitalising in the downhill stages, she crossed the line in front. Karpelin of Finland and Heidi Büscher of Austria were automatically through to the finals, but third and fourth in Heat 2 also qualified to make up the final 6. Once again, Tenglander of Sweden sat back in the early stages. Teammate Kajsa Johansson moved into the lead. But this is a race of tactics, and both settled in behind Finland's Karpelin. In the closing stages, the Swedish athletes struck. One either side of the Finn in the middle, it was a sprint finish for gold.
This is final, go for it!
Elsa Tenglander crossed the line first. Less than half a second separated the top 3. The bronze medal was awarded to Nelly-Lotta Karpelin of Finland. Kajsa Johansson of Sweden with silver. And in gold medal position, Elsa Tenglander, making a Swedish 1-2 at the top of the podium.
I'm really happy today. I didn't expect this when I wake up in this morning, so I'm really happy.
I'm very happy and surprised over the medal.
I feel so happy, and yeah, it was a good race.
In the women's 6-team ice hockey tournament, Sweden played Japan in Group A. These nations were among the favourites to land a hockey medal here at Gangwon 2024. Indeed, this was a repeat of the final 4 years ago, when Japan took gold, leaving Sweden as silver medalists. Both teams had already qualified for the semi-finals after victories over Norway. This game would determine which topped the group and perhaps a more favourable draw in the semi-finals. Both teams had scored 5 goals in their opening games, but here, opportunities were harder to come by. An early chance for Japan's Numabi Azumi, and then Hosogue Mayu. Suzuki Ryo with this save. But the first period ended goalless. The first power play of the game came midway through the second period. Sweden penalised Japan with the 1-player advantage on the ice. They had 2 chances to score during the power play, but couldn't make the most of them. Later in the period, a power play for Sweden. They couldn't score either. So still, no goals. Then a mistake from Sweden goaltender Tilda Wickman. Odaira Umeka was there to capitalise. 1-0 to Japan. Sweden responded. A chance here for Matilda Osterman. And then Osterman's clever change of direction. And pass for Nova Svinefjord. Sweden were level. The two teams couldn't be separated. It finished 1-1. With no overtime in this tournament, a penalty shootout would decide the winner and top spots in the group. Sweden's Osterman went first in the shootout and scored. It was Japan's Odaira next. Wickman in the Sweden goal saved. Odaira unable to lift the puck over the goaltender. Sweden's Ebba Westerlund beat Suzuki. Now the pressure was on Japan's Numabi Azumi. She had to score. Tilda Wickman with the save. Sweden 2, Japan 1 after the penalty shootout. It's a matchup which could be seen again at Gangwon 2024, potentially in the final. Sweden receive an extra point from the shootout win to top the group.
It was really fun. It was a good game, and I think our team needed to win this. It's really valuable because we can always bring with like the negatives and the positives to the next game, and we get to see what we need to work on. We scored first, but at the shootout we kind of lost, so that's kind of sad, but I think it was a good game. We don't have a big physical and we're not really strong, but we have speed. I think that's what the Japanese players have better than the other teams. I think we have a lot of speed.
Germany went into their mixed doubles encounter with Italy full of confidence, having won their first 3 group matches. In contrast, the Italians badly needed a boost after losing every game at Gangwon 2024. They went last in the second end, with Elia Nicolati concerned by the number of German Reds in the scoring circle. He had dislodged some, but after close scrutiny, Germany had a point and went into a 2-0 lead. Italy had a yellow scoring in the next end. Joy Suter wanted to ease it out of the way. That deflection had failed to achieve its aim. Italy had their first point, and their challenge was now underway. The first 5 ends were all decided by a single point. It was a different story, though, from then on. A pivotal moment in the match. One player throws the first and last stone, their partner the other 3. They can switch roles, a tactic Leonard Angrick and Joy Suter employed to good effect. Angrick was last to play. 4 of his Reds were ready and waiting to give the Germans a bumper score. For good measure, he had added a 5th to the collection. A significant change in momentum. For Italy, there was no way back, and they conceded the match. An 8-2 victory meant Germany had reached the knockout stages, while Italy could not qualify. Japan and Turkey were hoping to join Germany in the semi-finals. The scores were tied at 5 points each near the end. Japan in a healthy position with 3 scoring yellows. Beret Aybar needed drastic action. However, by pushing an opposing colour closer, Japan were in an even better position. They took advantage. And those 4 points earned the Japanese an impressive victory by 9 points to 5.
It was just focused, concentrated. The first end, it was like a little bit hard because we don't have the weight control like yet. And then at the last end we played, it was just good. We managed it.
A bright morning at the Alpensia Ski Jumping Centre for the women's individual Nordic combined event. The sport is a combination of ski jumping followed by a 4-kilometre cross-country ski. Finland's Minja Korhonen's jump was long. The 16-year-old was tipped for a medal coming into the competition and didn't disappoint. She went into top spot. Teja Pavak of Slovenia's jump only reached 100 metres, but her style and technique impressed the judges. So Finland's Korhonen topped the table after the ski jumping. Her closest rival, Slovenia's Teja Pavak, with Finland's Hetta Hevonen in third. Rankings after the ski jumping determined the order and time intervals at which athletes started the 4-kilometre ski. So Korhonen had an advantage over her rivals and was first to start at the Alpensia Biathlon Centre. She was followed 19 seconds later by Pavak. Third place Finnish athlete Hetta Hevonen was almost a minute behind her teammate Korhonen when she set off. Tia Malovra from Slovenia was in pursuit. With one more lap to go, Finn Korhonen had made excellent use of her time advantage and still had the lead. The Slovenian Pavak hadn't closed the gap. She was still in second place. In Nordic combined, some athletes may be stronger in one discipline than the other. That allows those who prefer cross-country skiing to catch up with those better at ski jumping. And that's exactly what number 4 athlete Savinian Malovra had done. She looked strong as she went up the hill. Finnish skier Hevonen tiring behind her. Looking comfortable as she glided down the hill, Finland's Minja Korhonen's victory was never in doubt. She was delighted to cross the line in first place, a commanding win. Coming in second, Slovenia's Teja Pavak, her smile showing just how much this meant to her. And Slovenia would also occupy the other medal position. Tia Malovra crossed the line into the waiting arms of her teammate. The bronze medal went to Slovenia's Tia Malovra. Her compatriot Teja Pavak received silver, and gold to Finland's Minja Korhonen, Youth Olympic champion in the women's Nordic combined at Gangwon 2024.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Youth Olympic medalist.
I had pretty good jumps from that hill in here, and I just did what I used to do, and it was a great jump, and I had a good position to the cross-country part.
I'm really happy and proud of me and our team, and yeah, I'm really happy.
Appearing at the Youth Olympic Games was a sentimental occasion for the Hungarian curler Lola Nagy. Her older sister Laura was a gold medalist in the same mixed doubles event at Lausanne 2020. Now it was Lola's turn on the Olympic stage, here playing for Hungary against the Republic of Korea. The hosts knew they could rely on lots of support in a match that would have a dramatic final twist. Korea made a slow start, losing their first 3 ends by a single point, but they staged a minor recovery. Lee Chai-won helped them gain their first point. Some of her sister's talents had clearly passed on to Nagy. Vision and execution were needed with this play. A dangerous opposing yellow had gone, even though it was at the expense of her own red. 2 points here for Hungary as they extended their lead to 6-1. Time was running out for Korea. Lee Chai-won and Lee Ji-hun combined well in the penultimate end. Those 2 points made it 6-4. The Koreans were still in the contest, and emotions would build as the game reached its climax. Lee Chae-won thrived on the pressure, a magnificent touch. A Hungarian red had departed, leaving 5 potential yellows for Korea. The spectators were caught up in the excitement. So were the Korean pair, who knew they were on the verge of completing an amazing comeback. Crucially though, Hungary still had one more play. Nagy was under huge pressure. Ice-cold nerves from a player whose family background meant she knew what it took to become a champion. An important win for Hungary by 7 points to 4 over the Republic of Korea. In the same group, Great Britain enjoyed a convincing win over Czechia. Julia Zelling-Grover delivered the last stone of the game, but couldn't disturb a cluster of British Reds. An emphatic end to the game by Great Britain. Those 4 points had helped them to an 8-3 triumph over Czechia.
Well, my sister won the gold medal on the last Youth Olympics in curling. So yeah, before I came here to Korea, she told me just have fun, enjoy being here, and make the best out of it.
And are you hoping to follow in her footsteps and finish on the podium here?
I mean, it would be great. Yeah, that would be very cool.
So these were the curling standings. Canada were the only unbeaten team in Group A. Likewise, the United States of America enjoyed a 100% record in Group B, with Sweden second. The People's Republic of China were favourites to win Group C. The top 2 sides would reach the quarter-finals. Germany were already looking forward to that stage, through from Group D, with 1 game still to play.
Hopes were high in the host nation for a gold medal in the men's singles at the Gangneung Ice Arena. Kim Hyung-yun was aiming to become the first men's skater from the Republic of Korea to win a Winter Youth Olympic Games. He was in third after the short programme on day 8, behind leader Jacob Sanchez. The best combined score after the longer free skate would win. The leaders go last, so there was a chance for others to put the pressure on.
Representing Japan,
Nakata Ryo from Japan was the favourite for gold but had struggled with the pressure in his short programme. Nakata needed an exceptional performance to get a medal. He attempted a difficult quadruple toe loop, 4 rotations in the air, but couldn't produce a perfect landing. The 15-year-old was in tears after his short programme routine. He wasn't satisfied with this performance either, but the judges were more impressed. A big score of 142 points, Nakata at least in with a chance of an unlikely medal.
representing New Zealand, Yan Hao Lee.
Yan Hao Lee started the day in 4th place. The 15-year-old from New Zealand mixed artistic grace with a good selection of jumps. Lee kept his composure throughout the routine and then let his emotions show. He was delighted with his effort. The judges agreed. Lee moved ahead of Nakata into the lead. 1 arm raised and perhaps 1 hand on a medal.
Representing Republic of Korea, Hyun-yum Kim.
Now the moment the crowd was waiting for. The home favourite, Kim Hyung-yun, on the ice. His first jump was crucial, attempting a quad axel, 4 rotations in the air. Successfully landed a big points boost. More testing triple jumps just kept coming in this routine. And Kim kept delivering them perfectly. And the crowd continued to cheer. Then, the final flourish. The Korean knew he'd produced his best when it mattered most. Even Kim's coach couldn't contain the tears. The judges put the home favourite into the lead. 2 skaters left. The first of them, Slovakia's Adam Hagara. The 17-year-old is coached by his older sister. This was a strong performance, no errors on the jumps and plenty of energy. His reaction said it all, pure joy at delivering when it really counted. Now Hagara hoped it was enough to replace Kim at the top of the leaderboard. Not quite. Second by just half a point. Only Jacob Sanchez could stop the Korean claiming gold. The 16-year-old skater from the United States of America needed a good start, but didn't get it. A mistake on his first jump, the triple axel, cost him crucial points. And that was followed by several more small errors. The pressure had told. Sanchez's victory chances had gone and his medal hopes followed. The American's routine only good enough for 4th place. Korean victory confirmed. Kim in first by 0.5 of a point from Hagara, with Lee claiming bronze ahead of Sanchez and Nakata. Joy clear for the top 3 as they return to the ice to collect their medals. So bronze went to Yan Hao Lee of New Zealand. Adam Hagara took silver, Slovakia's first skating medal at a Winter Youth Olympics. And gold awarded to a teenager who embraced the expectation of the host nation. Kim Hyung-yun claiming one of the most popular victories at Gangwon 2024. The Korean crowned the king of the men's singles.
It was my first time doing such a large competition in my country, so I was very nervous. Still, I think I was able to gain strength and do well thanks to the many people who supported me.
I'm not sad about that. Maybe I could have done something better, but I did the best I could and he did the best he could, so I think it's fair.
This medal was very unexpected, but I feel like all the hard work leading up to this was all worth it. And yeah, overall, I feel like my training before this has paid off.
The men's cross-country sprint event at the Alpensia Biathlon Centre saw a visit from International Olympic Committee President Thomas Bach. Taking a special interest in an emerging talent from his home country, Jakob Moch. Wearing number 4, the German was on a good run of form heading into these games with 2 notable wins on the international circuit. In his semi-final race, he kept pace with Nolan Goetsch of Switzerland, both athletes knowing a top 2 finish would take them into the final. It was tight on the line, but Goetsch and Moch progressed. The second semi-final saw Mans Ravelt of Sweden establish an early lead. Heading up the field throughout, he looked likely to qualify. But in the closing stages, there was a surge for the finish. 4 athletes were fighting for position. There was less than a second between them. The second semi-final was faster than the first, so all 4 went through to the gold medal race. Wearing blue in the middle of the field, Pozzi of Italy started strongly. He had come second in all of his earlier races and was looking to go one better in the final. Moch of Germany quickly closed the gap. Both had their eyes on the ultimate prize. A thrilling dash on the final home straight saw the Italian strength shine through.
Here is finals region.
The victory ceremony saw the bronze medal awarded to Tabor Greenberg of the United States of America, Jakob Moch of Germany in the silver medal position, and receiving the gold medal for a tactically brilliant race, Federico Pozzi of Italy.
I'm so happy, and I'm very proud for I win a gold medal for Italy.
I never thought I could get one in like the sprint, and so yeah, it's great, just awesome.
I've been sick like the past 2 weeks, so I haven't been able to train or race a lot. So I was pretty happy with today, and it feels good to race again, and especially in a sprint. It was fun, yeah.
The United States of America played Czechia in the men's 6-team ice hockey tournament. The match would determine which team finished top of Group A. Both nations were already through to the semi-finals after beating Slovakia in their opening games in action-packed wins decided by the narrowest of margins. Here, there was no shortage of drama either. The United States had been taken to a penalty shootout by Slovakia and set out to win here in normal time. In the first period, Abe Barnett made it 1-0. That lead was short-lived. Czechia's Szymon Katolicki with his third goal of the tournament to make it 1-1. In a rollercoaster first period, Mikey Burchard restored the USA's lead. Burchard pouncing on the loose puck. Then, with less than a second on the clock, Logan Stewart made it 3-1. Four goals in the first period, and the United States were on top. There was no let-up in the second 15-minute period. When Luke Scherer made it 4-1, it looked like the USA were running away with the game. But Katolicki had other ideas. His second goal of the match and fourth at these games cut the deficit, 4-2. And when Czechia captain Ondrej Rummel stepped up, again, there was just one goal in it. You couldn't take your eyes off the ice. JP Hurlbert made it 5-3 to the United States. Another blockbuster period, 15 shots from the USA, 8 from Czechia, and 4 more goals. And the pace was unrelenting. Czechia were a player down on the power play, but that didn't matter when Filip Novak broke away to score. (5-4). And when Novak found himself in on goal again, his finish was unerring. The game was tied. A penalty shootout would decide which team topped the group, a second shootout in 2 games for the United States. In the shootout, the first 2 takers converted before 8 consecutive shots were missed. Vaclav Nedorost put his away. And then Zane Torre couldn't convert, sparking exuberant Czech celebrations. A 6-5 victory after the penalty shootout for Czechia. 2 points for them, 1 for the United States. Both nations advanced to the semi-finals, Czechia as group winners.
USA is one of the biggest teams in the world, and it's unbelievable that we won against them.
Yeah, I thought we were the better team all 3 periods, just a few bad mistakes in the third cost us, and yeah, but got tomorrow in the semis, so looking forward to it.
The men's individual Nordic combined event at the Alpensia ski jumping centre tested courage, skill and endurance. The event has 2 sections. First up, the normal hill ski jumping. Points for the ski jump aren't just measured on distance, but on 3 other elements, including style. And Slovakian Hector Kasputic had plenty of that. The 16-year-old landed this jump of 109 metres to take top spot.
Give it up for Kapustin Hector.
Just minutes later, Austria's Andreas Freire improved on that. His jump was longer. He was almost motionless in the air. The judges were impressed. The 17-year-old Austrian topped the table. Slovakian Kasputic his closest competitor. Rankings after the ski jumping determined the order and time intervals at which athletes began the 6-kilometre cross-country ski. The athletes assembled, and having led the ski jumping round, the Austrian Freire, who looked focused, started first. Slovakian Hector Kapustic had 30 seconds to wait before he could go. He was swiftly followed by the 3rd, 4th and 5th placed athletes. Number 4, Italian Manuel Sanona looked strong and quickly overtook 3rd placed Emily Kurtila of Finland. He moved up another place into 2nd. Behind him, just in front of the pack, number 6, Austrian David Liegel was 3rd. He was working hard to stay in medal contention. Out in front, his fellow Austrian, Freire, had a commanding lead. Going into the final lap, he looked confident. Number 4, Sanona of Italy, had clear space behind him. Number 7, Germany's Jonathan Grabert, had made a move and was up to 3rd. But could he hold on? Austria's Andreas Freire had time to collect his country's flag before he crossed the finishing line in 1st place.
This is rapper Andres from Austria. Across the finish line.
Italian Manuel Sanona, who'd had an incredible race, dipped for a curtsy on the line as he finished in 2nd. Meanwhile, the battle for 3rd place was raging between Germany's Jonathan Grabert and David Liegel of Austria. The German just ahead by 0.3 of a second.
This is Robert Jonathan from Germany.
At the victory ceremony, the bronze medal went to Germany's Jonathan Grabert. Silver belonged to Manuel Sanona of Italy. And Austria's Andreas Freire was the Youth Olympic champion with the gold medal.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Youth Olympic Games medalists.
I had no words. I didn't know where to put myself, and it was just crazy.
Of course, it's a great position in an important race, but it's also a bit of a symbol, an Olympic medal, symbol of being all together, the entire world competing. And I mean, I think that's something really beautiful, and I'm kind of happy about it.
The final game in Group B in the women's 6-team ice hockey tournament saw Switzerland meet Germany. Both teams had already reached the knockout stages. This match would decide who would top the group. Germany created a series of chances in the first period. The first came after a Swiss mistake, but Hannah Wiegenhain couldn't capitalise. Only 2 places separate these sides in the world rankings, but the gap looked bigger as Germany kept testing the Swiss goalie, Narina Shrukowski. She was having a very busy match. It was almost 9 minutes before the German goaltender Tara Bach was tested. Luana Bernsteel broke forward. She couldn't add the finish that she would have hoped for. Zoe Wintgen had the chance to score the opening goal the German play deserved, but the pads of Shrukowski blocked her effort. The puck wasn't cleared, and it came to Matilda Heine. A good chance wasted as she shot straight at the Swiss goalie. The intermission helped Switzerland. They were much better in the second period. Hannah Estermann forced a save from Bach in the German goal. At the other end, Germany failed to capitalise on another Swiss mistake. Zoe Wintgen unable to open the scoring. Switzerland were having most of the play and creating chances. The German goaltender made herself big to keep out the breakaway effort from Mali Rohner. While Germany didn't make their first half dominance count, their opponents did. Livia Shannon got the better of Bach, and Switzerland had the lead. Germany's inability to finish their opportunities was hurting them. Wintgen had a chance to tie the score after 2 periods, but Shrukowski kept it out. Germany needed to score the next goal. They almost did early in the third period, but Hannah Wiegenhain's shot came off the frame of the goal. That proved to be a pivotal moment. Swiss pressure led to a super pass from Marlene Walti. Ines Rohner was on the end of it at the back post. The lead was doubled, and Switzerland were 8 minutes from victory. Germany needed the control they'd had in the first period. Kaylee Nagel's shot was saved, and the Swiss goalie was able to keep the follow-up out too. Switzerland lost possession, and Wintgen was clear. She had the chance to finally have her goal. It was a second in 2 games, and late on, Germany were back in the contest. They had a chance to level. Lena Spregert with the shot, but Shrukowski made the stop. So Switzerland survived their indifferent start to this match to record a victory by 2-1 and finish top of Group B. That means they'll face Japan in the semi-finals. Germany, with a win and a loss in the group, will face Sweden, who finished top of the other group, with a place in the final at stake.
This is my brother Liam. We're here to play hockey together. This is my brother Marcus. We grew up together and we're just really excited to share this experience. We grew up in a little small town in Osiris, British Columbia, and just grew up playing together, moved up the ranks a little, and then kept working on our game. Pretty much every kid in Canada dreams of putting on the Hockey Canada jersey, and me and my brother are just really excited to wear it here in this tournament. To continue to wear it, it's going to be amazing, and then hopefully bring home a gold medal with us. We were both at school. We both got a call individually, got the news, and then told Liam to call him. So he called him, and then just shared the experience together afterwards and talked about it and how excited we are. We do everything together, so makes it easier on the ice. Just knowing where we're gonna be, and it's easier out there together when you know where the other is. Yeah, for sure. Just like you said, we know where we are usually out there, and just little slip plays and 2-on-1 defensemen, and just little things like that makes it easier for us out there. Mark is just an unbelievable passer, and just having a guy like that to play with, it just makes my job so much easier, and just really easy to play with a guy like that. They haven't won it yet, so it's a big goal for us. We want to win it, first team and first Canadian team to win it would be huge. So that's the goal for us. We both want to make it to the NHL. That's our end goal for sure. But we try to take it day by day, just stay in the present and enjoy every little bit of the way.
Sticking to the process and taking it day by day is kind of where we're at right now.
The final game in Group B in the men's 6-team ice hockey tournament saw Canada, with the Ruck twins on their roster, meet Finland. After victories over the Republic of Korea, both sides had already reached the semi-finals. This match would decide who would top the group. Canada had the best of the early chances. Tynan Lawrence was through, but Piri Lamy did an excellent job in protecting his goal, a really fine stop. Finland then created a chance to break the deadlock. Nua Jarvenpää with the powerful shot. The puck was scrambled away. It took an exceptional individual goal to open the scoring. It came from Alessandro Di Iorio. Superb puck control at pace, he was able to open up the angle and convert. On a rare Finland chance in the second period, Wilmer Kallio had an opening, but his effort was saved by Carter Essler, the Canadian goaltender. Finland had a double chance to level the match in the 4th minute of the 3rd period. Jikko Lehtinen with the shot. Luka Arko wasn't able to follow up. Canada were still 1 goal ahead. Then a pivotal moment in the match. Finland were going forward. Milo Nuutinen passed to Oliver Savanto, and it was blocked. It was almost 1-1. Canada broke. Di Iorio had his second, and Canada had turned defence into attack in just moments. And this was repeated as Canada ensured there was going to be no way back for Finland. Another breakaway, and Ryan Lynn was clear. Lamy couldn't deny him. Canada had a 3-goal advantage. Even so, Finland gave themselves a chance. Samu Alolori with a super strike, pace and power which beat Essler. Finland left their goal unattended as they tried to get themselves back into the game, and Canada got possession. Di Iorio took the chance to score his 3rd goal, a day to remember for the young man. So Canada secured their 2nd victory of the games thanks to that 3rd period goal rush. The final score was 4-1. For Finland, consolation as they also progressed to the semi-finals. Canada will now face the United States of America, while Finland will meet Czechia, who finished top of the other group.